Earlier today, seven-time Tonight Show guest Tina Turner also talked about Johnny and her career when I sat down with her for an intimate chat in this E-Talk First. You're simply the best. Describe the feeling for me when you go out on stage and perform live.
Oh, do you have time to hear that?
Yes, I do. I'm in a comfortable chair.
It's different each time. The last part of my concert, I never saw so many people. A few times when the curtain opened and the crowd was revealed, I went, huh? I couldn't believe that the people went as far back. It was in an open air, and as far as you could see it, there were people. I feel excited. I feel like I made it because the Stones and all the guys always fill the stadiums, and you know, I knew that Aretha Franklin was another one that could actually do it, but she was never interested. I wanted to do that. I wanted to have all of those people there and really look out and see that. And when it happened for me, I felt like, okay, I felt it. I actually have been in this business long enough to actually make that happen, and it did. It was wonderful.
With literally dozens of hit songs, Best Of became quite a challenge. How do you decide what to put on the Best Of album?
It's a feeling. It's once one sits down and just listen to the music and watch some of the videos, and it's just a feeling of what you feel that the people would really want.
What's your most vivid memory of Johnny Carson?
Back in the days of Ike and Tina, we did the Ed Sullivan Show, Johnny Carson and most of those. We were doing a rehearsal, and everyone was into it, just jamming. And he came downstairs from the control room, and staff that works there for him said he had never ever been downstairs to watch an act perform. And then when we sat on the bench next to him, I just felt comfortable enough, and I said, "What's your birth sign?" Because he's so warm. And so he said, "Scorpio." And so it became a thing because I said, "Scorpio, oh no!" And he said, "What's that? What's Scorpio?" He said, "Well, they're just really terrible people." And so we had a really laugh, and then it was sort of like a standing joke all the time that Tina Turner was teasing Johnny Carson about being Scorpio. He left some good memories.
Well, thank you for sharing that one with us, and thank you for sitting with us today.
Thank you.
On
And joining us now for an exclusive Canadian television appearance, we are thrilled to welcome the undisputed queen of rock and roll, Ms. Tina Turner, to our studios. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, it's my pleasure indeed.
Well, it's a huge pleasure to see you, to have you perform for us this morning, and really to get a glimpse of your new CD. And you have a nice mix in there, but you chose to do some old stuff, you chose to do some new stuff.
Yeah.
You could have just done old, or you could have done all new. Why the mix, and what was the inspiration?
Well, actually, I took off like 4.5 years. hadn't done any recordings, and when the record company actually approached me, Roger and I decided that it would be a bit refreshing to put in some new music, something new for the people, rather than just the classics,
yeah,
which they are really wonderful. I must say myself, looking back and listening at what I'd already done, and they really mixed really quite well with the new songs, you know. And I'm happy now that I did, because the fans and a lot of people are really commenting that it was a great idea to put something new mixed with the old. And
oh boy, yeah,
it was good.
Any major concert tours ahead, or have you said no to that forever?
Well, you know, it's not easy to do a concert for me now, because I don't want to do what I did,
yeah,
and I don't want to be any less than what I was. So, like, to try to come up with something to do, it takes a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
I've had a good rest. I'm thinking, not really hard, but just thinking about the possibility of trying to get something together, but not right away. I really want to take time and put something together that's refreshing, where I won't disappoint the people, but yet I don't have to work so hard.
Well, you know, you're the most successful female rock and roller really of all time. You sold the most concert tickets. You have a list of hits that would go on forever, and I know you do a lot of the performances in them, and obviously some of the favorites on your album. Do you ever get tired of doing one song? If someone says, "Oh, would you do Private Dancer again?" Do you ever say, "Oh, well, I've done that too much," or is it new each time for you?
The people love the song so much that it's always refreshing to do it, because they love it so much. They make it new every time. I think if I was doing it over and over, and the people were like that, oh, yawn,
oh, yeah,
that one again.
I doubt that they would ever be like that.
Every time it starts, the people are just cheering, and they want it, so it makes it fresh for us. I mean, it just gets a charge. But Proud Mary is really a good song. It's a fun song to sing, you know, and it's choreographed good, and you can play around with it, which is like what we did at the beginning of it when we got the nice and rough bit. You know, it's a fun song.
Are you ever going to do any more movies? Because I love your Mad Max. You're such a presence on the screen as you are on the stage. Have you ever been tempted to go back? I know you were offered a role in The Color Purple, but you decided you didn't want to do it. Is there anything else out there that really intrigues you?
You know, I really would like to enjoy acting like I did Acid Queen and Tommy and Mad Max. I like the action-adventure type of stuff, and I think nothing has really come along yet where I would feel like, you know, not being a professional actress, it has to be something really that I believe in personally myself, and not just to be directed from someone else believing in me. You know, I need to feel that I can sink my teeth into it.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still waiting for the right one to come along.
Well, I have to ask you this because I know the females that are watching today are looking at you saying, you are getting younger by, and you know people say this about you, walk in and people look at you and they can't believe your skin is gorgeous, you're getting younger, you dance in 4-inch heels, 5-inch heels, whatever. You know. Is there one, I mean, I know you do have a regimen of your own, but is there one secret you can say to us that might help?
Well, I'm always talking to people. What more can I say about how is it that I am as I am? I can attribute it to lots of exercise, because all the traveling and the singing and the dancing, all of that, if you talk to any gymnast, they would say all of this would contribute to, you know, staying fit and so forth. But I just think, you know, looking at my mother and my sister, yeah, we look pretty good for our ages. And this is what I've got, and I'm happy that that's like that.
You're going to the U.S. after this, and you're going to be appearing on Oprah Winfrey and taping one of her shows. Tell me, Canada, though, I think has been a big supporter of yours, as has Europe. I mean, Europe is... Do you find that European audiences or Canadian audiences maybe are a little more loyal? Because it seems like American audiences are slightly more fickle.
That's a very good thing. You said that.
Just an observation.
Well, I must say that my success, America really came forward for me for Private Dancer and The Comeback.
Yeah.
But before that, you know, Rivers Deep, Mountains High, I didn't get a chance, and really, Proud Mary to a point got a chance. But I never had the support in America that I had in Europe and Canada. But it's kind of understandable, because there's so much talent in America. I mean, you almost got to be superwoman to get the people to, you know, hang in there with you and so forth. But I can't really complain, because after Private Dancer, I've really done well in America. But yes, Canada and Europe is much more supportive. They're always for me. They've always been there for me. And it's my success is from those two places.
Well, we're awfully lucky that you could take the time to stop by Canada in Canada to help kick off your new CD. We're looking forward to it. Do you know, can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to perform?
Well, I will perform the new single, Open Arms, and promoting the album and songs from the album of The Best, All the Best. And I would say the People's Choice of Simply the Best and Better Be Good to Me. And yeah, it's Private Dancer. It's going to be an interesting evening, I think.
That's great.
Rock royalty, and out of this, after this, I should say, Tina Turner is going to perform here on Canada. Stay with us.
You come to me.